everybody, welcome back to Rach and Bella Crafts. I hope you're all well. So I just wanted to do a quick video for you today to give you a bit of a flip through of my autumn swap journal. We recently ran a journal swap event in our Facebook group, Junk Journal Trading Post, and this is one of the journals that I've made for one of my swap partners. And I just thought you might like to have a little flip through and see what she looks like inside. Okay, so we have got here a this is a vintage quilt that I've made the cover from. On the outside then I've got a journal card that can be removed so that the recipient can add anything or take anything away. Got some beautiful antique lace on the front, and as a closure I've used, oh, that shouldn't be on there, a doily. This is actually independent of the cover, so we can take this off and then you can take that out of the way if you want to. So that's just literally been used to be put in place as a closure. It is one very large bulky signature in there. And yeah, so that's the cover. And then, oops, my bits and pieces have fallen out from inside. So what I've done with the quilt, I've tried to work with the shape of it because it had this lovely scalloped edge. I thought it would be a bit of a waste to just cut it off and, you know, put a sharp edge on there. So I folded it in and made a little tuck spot. And inside the tuck spot then there are some extra pieces of ephemera that I haven't been able to pop in. I thought I might just leave them there for the new owner to have a little play. So we start off then with some lovely Edith Holden book page. And I've added a little bit of lace there just to give it a bit of texture, a little bit of stitching on the edge there. I've made a scrappy cluster tuck spot there, and inside of there we've got a little book page writing spot with a bit of collage cluster on the front of there too. This page here, this is an antique book page out of an old diary from an old shop. 18 something, I think it was 1920s. So that's really nice. And then I've stuck on the front of here then this little notelet thing I've made, and it's got a little belly band on the front. Oops, so we've got a little writing spot there, belly band with a bit of a little boho trim, and then you open it up inside and we've got 3 little pockets, one there, one there, and one there. There we go, and that's stuck in place then on the page, so it's not going to, nothing's going to fall out today. So it's a nice place for you to put those little notes or perhaps receipts that you don't want falling out of the front of your journal. But yeah, I thought that was quite a nice touch there. So on this side then I've used a paper bag and I have collaged onto the front of the paper bag. And then inside there then I have got one of my flippy notelets that we made together. One of the first autumn ephemera I think that we did. Page here from our new kit, Bohemian Rhapsody, loving that. From our fall kit as well. Bit of stamping, little cluster, bit of lace. We've got a fabric flip here. On this page then we have a bit of stamping, and there's a little envelope that we made together. There's a little butterfly on there, and there are some little things inside of the envelope. Edith Holden page with a little scrappy cluster and a label. We've got some then vintage advert page. It's not called advert, I can't think what they're called now. I'm going to read it forever if I'm trying to remember. Then we've got a little scrappy cluster there, could be used as a tuck spot. Got one of the Medici pages there, another one from our fall kit, nice writing page with a ruffle. Just a little cluster there. So that's actually a botanical sticker on there with some Welsh old hymn music. We have got a nice little scrappy cluster here that I made, and we've got one of my little twisty-turny scrappy notebook things that you can open the pages out. Held in place with a brad. We did a tutorial on these a little while ago, not too long ago though, I don't think. At least I think I did a tutorial on them. I'm not quite sure now. I'm questioning that now, did I? Either that or it was something I did sat in front of the telly one day. I'm not quite sure. a bit of vintage ledger paper for to write on. One of the 4 pages, Medici page, lovely. I think this was dyed with blackberries or raspberries. No, blackberries. Oh, I love it though. It's gorgeous. And then we got a nice little scrappy text spot there with a bit of Tim Holtz card. The other side of a ledger. This is from our Eastern Promise kit. Oh my god, I'm going to have to get a list of what these kits in front of me now. I can't remember all their names. This is one of my little notelets that I made. Very simple to do. Nice bit of cardstock on the back. Bit of coffee dyed doily on the top. Little owl. And then with a Tim Holtz, what's that thing called? Bulldog clip. And then again, Tim Holtz belly band with a bit of a scrappy label. Hidden writing spot underneath there. Some more of that lovely vintage paper. We have got a nice little journal card with some lovely distress ink on there. You can see that shimmering and shining there. So that goes in there. That is, I think this is Calico Collage, I want to say. It's a very Calico Collage style, isn't it? I'm sure that's where that paper's from. I love that kit. Handmade paper. This was one of my blind, no, it wasn't blind, what was it? Yeah, I think this was blind material. Pockets, I'm sure I made these with you on camera. So we've got a pocket at the back there and a pocket at the front there. I love that pocket. Edith Holden page, got a little scrappy pocket, fabric with a journal card. I really enjoyed making these journal cards. They were a lot of fun. And then this is a vintage book page out of a Welsh book. I've got a botanical page. Then we've got this really cute, cool little over the page card, a little writing spot. And then there's a vellum bag in it. Bella actually made this, so you have a little bit of Bella in the journal there with a little scrappy cluster. So that goes over there like that. Another part of that kit that I think is kind of like, I've got to check that now. That's out of our fall kit. Medici Eastern Promise fall kit journal card, double pocket, 1, 2. Love these pockets. Some vintage music paper, another nice writing page with a ruffle, scrapbook page, little ruffle. I love that page, fall kit. Then that's just a bit of a scrappy cluster thing on the edge there. And this one here is a pocket. Oh, have I got to get it? Just so you can see. That's a nice deep one. So it's be nice for a long tag in there. And then there's also a tuck spot then down behind there. There are tags in front. I didn't want to add any more, so I didn't make it too bulky. And then there's a little tuck spot then behind there too. That's it, the new Bohemian Rhapsody kit. This is out of the fall kit. You will all recognise that now. Little flip on there, so you can write some notes under there. Another vintage page, Eastern Promise kit. Then we've got this nice little, that is actually printed onto fabric, and I've just stitched around that. I left that on the back because I thought if you wanted to write, that's a really cool page. If you wanted to write something, you could write around that, couldn't you? But oh, I couldn't cover that over, it was lush. And then behind in here, then you've also got another little space to put things. That's a nice book page pocket, a writing page, another writing page, the back of the Calico Collage one. This then is a just a scrappy notebook that I made from a book page. Just put some scraps in there. That looks pretty cool, just pretty autumny, and I think there's also some bits of vintage advert in there. This pocket then also flips across, so you can still write on the page behind. That was done in the style of the, if you remember, we made little bags, and I kept one, I just folded it to make that little flap there. Little tuck spot there, little card, journal card. It just sits in there. It's the other side of the book page, Edith Holden page, handmade paper. This is my handmade paper. Writing spot. There's a nice big pocket then in there.
got a pocket here, and we've got a nice tag here, and we've got little pockets in the front there, and there's a tiny, tiny little vellum envelope on there too, with a little tassely thing on there. Also another Bella. Oops, put that in there. There we go. Put that in there. There we are. And then we've got another page from the Bohemian Rhapsody kit. A nice little brown envelope pocket with a nature tag in there. And then we've got a lovely boho trim. I love that trim, it's gorgeous. Little writing spot under there. Ditchy page, flip that out, writing spot. And then we've got Welsh hymn page. We have another lovely journal card here. It's been collaged under a scrappy tuck cluster. I love these little clusters. Well, they're not little, they're long clusters, aren't they? They're lush. Fall page, advert page. That's got some vintage writing on it. I didn't scribble on that page. I've just put it in because it looked really cool. And then we got this pocket here with the pocket there. There's a little pocket there. I've just popped those in so you can see that they're pockets. And there's also then a pocket in there too. Edith Holden, vintage page, pocket, nice big journal card, botanical journal card. There's a pocket behind, but it's also a pocket in there too. It's a book page pocket, the large one. Love these. And then we've got another pocket here with more of those journaling tags, which I love. It's not journal tags, journal card even. Got a bit of scrappy bits and pieces on there. Bohemian page, love this kit. And then in the back then, we've got this extra special thing then that Bella has put together with a lovely journal tag rather. And in the back, one of her specialities, check this out. She did this in the, how cool is that? She did that in the A to Z in the summer, I think it was. That's cool, isn't it? Love it. So there we are, that goes in the back of it. And there we go. And then in the back then, if you wanted to add any other little bits and pieces, you can pop that in there. So that is my fall, one of my fall swap journals that will be winging its way out today. Oh, my round is it? Yeah. It'll be winging its way out to its new owner today. So I hope you enjoyed my little quick flip through. Thank you for watching, and I will be back with you all very soon. Take care now. Bye.